Welcome Satyam to my channel. Since we are meeting for the first time, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, first of all, thank you for inviting me for your having me into your conversation, and I really appreciate your initiative for your concern about the topic, whatever you are doing through your YouTube channel. So my name is Satyam Kumar Rai, and I have done my bachelor's in literature from English on from BHU, and now I am pursuing, yeah. So now I am pursuing my Amic communication. I should clarify that it's not a mass communication, but rather it's just a Amic communication course which I am doing from University of Hyderabad.
What does it mean, amic communication?
See, when you say MA mass communication, there are several courses which specify about the course that they apply for. Like MA, when you say MA mass communication, then it particularly refer to the communication and journalism thing. Like there is only production, and you are mostly going for this journalism thing. But when you say MA communication, into that communication, then that is like a whole umbrella under which everything comes. It's not
Oh,
only
that's
about
very
journalism and media studies. Rather, it is media study. There you can have a cultural study. There you have a film studies. There
uh,
you have a
I,
journalism.
it means
So
the
that,
issues you can cover up, right?
yeah, yeah, under
Okay.
communication.
So this sorry. So first of all, let me introduce yourself.
Yeah,
I'm Priya. I'm homemaker, and I have a kid, and also I'm a YouTuber. You can say so.
yeah.
And yeah, I am little bit of nervous as I get to know that you are a student of literature and you are literally speaking so much fluently. I am little bit nervous. So can you speak little slowly so that the new viewers the new learners
Yeah.
who does not have a good command on this language can get to know whatever you are saying, please?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry for being so fast.
Yeah, yeah. I never thought that I would get a chance to talk to someone who is a graduate in literature. I'm so much fortunate that you are here. So,
Actually, I would like to share one experience, though I have been graduated in literature from BHU. But as for the places have the influence. Like now I am in South Hyderabad, and that time I was in
Bharat,
Purvanchal, basically, yeah, Varanasi. So though I was doing literature, but that literature and speaking English was only concerned to that class, not out of that. But what is here in Hyderabad is that you have to be every time you have to speak English, because native of Hyderabad, they only speak their own native language, either Telugu or Malayalu. Mallu guys will people from Kerala, them we
yeah,
call
I
Mallu.
understand. Yeah,
So they will either speak Malayalam or English, no
yeah.
Hindi. They don't even, suppose if you are in a group and you happen to have a conversation with few
Can't
people
they
in.
speak Hindi? Can't they speak Hindi?
No, they are very poor at speaking Hindi, and even interpreting Hindi what the other speaker is saying. So that is
Oh.
the problem here actually. So like,
That's the reason the language unites, right?
yeah,
Even if you go out of country, the good command on language is a must.
yeah,
Only having a lots of money can't help you out. You need to have a good command on it. So, can
exactly.
you please tell our viewers how you enhanced your knowledge of speaking this language? What was your initial journey?
Okay, so obviously when you are at the age of, when you are in age of 5 years or 6 years, then I have observed what I am saying on my basis of observation, that if parents are speaking to their children in English, then obviously those kids are going to speak very nicely in their adolescent age or in future also. But if suppose there are in, like in Indian family, where you have a different society, you have a different types of parents, where some parents are very educated, where some parents are not that much educated. In that case, kids are basically dependent on the school,
Yeah,
how the medium departing education is happening there. So if in school they happen to speak in English and they happen to read properly, be it books, be it poems, So gradually what they develop, they start speaking, coming into that language, habit of that language. So you might have observed when a kid is going to school, then he will, unfortunately, like fortunately, whenever you will get up, he will say good morning mama, because he is learning there in the school that
Yeah,
okay.
in the initial stage, they are like
Yeah.
learning. Like
So
my son,
yeah.
he learns a lot of sentence. And, I mean, at this stage, he is forming a sentence like "How are you, Mama? I am
Yeah.
fine, thank you." They are learning it at this
Yeah.
age. But
Yeah.
when we were in the schools, no one, even teacher were not
Yeah.
taught us. Teachers have not taught us that we have to say like this, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the level of education also enhanced
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how what environment you are providing to your kids. Suppose if you are providing your kid to a very good environment where education is happening in the medium, where the medium of dispensing knowledge is English. So there only those children start learning. But apart from this, if those who are not at all into English medium school and all that, for them it becomes little difficult, and for them they have to do the practice, obviously, because those children who are into the English medium school, they are able to speak because they are practicing in that school continuously. Their teachers are saying ki, good morning, how.
So can you tell me, did you get that opportunity that your parents were speaking with you, or when you started grasping that knowledge?
No, I must say it was not from my parents, and it was basically from my very school where I was admitted to LKG and UKG. That's the Woodstock School in Buxar, where I get to habituated to speaking English. Where I cannot say I was compelled, but I was made sure that whatever I am asking, whether I am asking a chocolate from my teacher, whether I am asking to go to bathroom or washroom, I was made to speak those sentences into English, and that was the I think that was the basic route where I get to learn how to speak in English. And after that, the subjects, of course, that subject that are being offered in our schools, like social sciences, if they are happen to be in English, then obviously you have to read it in English, and you have to know how you are proceeding with the uh, your education. So one thing I would like to say, that is the practice.
Yes.
One has to have the practice. If you are not going to do practice, I am here sitting in the University of Hyderabad in hostel. There are many friends who are coming from English medium schools. As if you say, what is your like medium of knowledge and all that, they will say, yeah, yeah, I have done high school from CBSE board and all that. But when it comes to deliver some assignment in the group assignment, or you deliver some presentations, they are somehow hesitant in speaking very fluently. So
Yeah.
because there is a lack of practice. So
Yeah.
if for anybody, if you really want to be in good in language, then you have to be in a practice, you have to speak it. Without speaking, it's not going to help you in any manner.
Yes. It means practice means a lot.
Yeah,
Uh,
practice. That practice can be, watching English movies. That practice can be reading newspaper. That practice could be thinking the suppose I have to go to shops and I have to ask uncle मुझे ये चाहिए, and I don't know कि मुझे ये चाहिए को इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं. तो when you will have this inside your mind कि मुझे इसको इंग्लिश में बोलना है, तो definitely at this age in 21st century, where there is an advancement in the technology, where you have Google to teach you, to help you, then you will start finding कि okay मुझे क्या चाहिए इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं, then
yes,
it will come.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I totally agree with you that nowadays you have a technology that you can use it off and
Yeah.
can overcome out of your fear and can enhance or improve your language.
Yeah.
So, Satyam, can we make this interaction a little more interesting?
Okay.
So, I have some set of question I will ask you. Okay, are you
Okay.
ready? If you're
Yeah.
not comfortable, then please tell me that please skip that or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure.
Okay, the first question is, if you have a girlfriend and you have to
Mhm.
take your girlfriend somewhere for a date, which
Mhm.
place where you want to? take her? How would you like to give her a surprise?
Uh, I have a girlfriend. First of all, if suppose I have a girlfriend, then definitely I would be knowing what kind of place she likes, what kind of food she loves, and what kind of space she wants. When suppose if I have a girlfriend in that case, so definitely according to her, her thought and her likings, I will choose that place and that place for her. So let's be very honest, try to hide anything in this presentation, and that if I'm not doing anything wrong until and unless, then I should not be worried about anything. So I was having a girlfriend who was, very much like fond of peaceful space. Like she doesn't like going out in the park or going out into dining out in some good restaurant and all that. So when it comes to this campus, she will like to have a food which she will get online, ordered online, and she would like to have that food on the, in Hyderabad there is a famous white rocks, or there is one mushroom rocks. So it could be that could be the place, like mushroom rocks for that matter. As present time, when I have a girlfriend, I can go with my girlfriend at mushroom rocks in night or high rocks, and I can order food, online food, and I can
Oh,
enjoy.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So the next question is nowadays negativity is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing to restrict yourself from consuming those negative thoughts to come in your mind?
Yeah. For this, I have a very practical, something that happened 2 days, 3 days back only. So in my class, there is a girl who is of 38 years old and who is pursuing masters. So there are all 35 students. So all those 35 students are of the age 23, 24, but she happened to be 38. She had done engineering. She had worked for 5 years in IT sectors, and she has been bullied by those students, like my own classmates. And then they used to say her auntie hai. They used to say her ki she is a mother of 4 children, which is all
That is
false.
so
So
bad. Yeah, I
yeah, so
understand.
this is a kind of negativity only. Okay, so I was really affected by why people call her. Okay, and just 2 days back I was having my farewell, and she was having birthday on that same date, and she asked me ki, Satyam, will you be doing ramp walk with me? And I said, okay, I'm happy to do ramp walk with you. So she was saying ki, Satyam, why you are having a different kind of this,
Opinion.
concerning habit? And then I said ki, see, I don't look at you with that perspective like others classmates look like. So I have one sister, and I narrated her whole story to her, and she said ki, always remember in your life, whenever you really want to succeed, when you find this there is any vibe of negativity around you, be it your own family member, be it your own friends, be it your very close ones, just try to ignore them. So number one, ignoring is the very basic rule that you have to ignore, because if you won't ignore, then you can happen to do some activity, and that activity might be some physical activity, some verbal abuse, that can turn out to be very rude from others perspective. So better you ignore and just don't think about those people, those comment at all, and just continue doing whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah. The same thing applies to learning this language. Stop thinking about what others are thinking about you.
Exactly,
Start
exactly,
thinking about yourself. Yeah, right,
exactly.
right.
Very true. Yeah.
So the next question is very since so you are in media kind of social media. You are learning about media, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
media
asking
studies.
a question about the social issue that is still running around
Hmm.
of LGBTQ community. They are
Hmm.
asking for their rights, for
Yeah,
marriage rights. So
yeah.
what's your opinion in this regard?
See, time is always evolving, and so is our society. We have to accept that we cannot live and we cannot think of the society that was in past 20 years ago. That cannot, the cultural evolution is happening, so when everything is there is technological advancement coming, there is a mode in the way in which education is being disseminated is also evolving. So if
Agree.
everything is evolving, then why you are restricting yourself when it comes to society and culture? that
Agree.
that has to be also evolved by the time. So if the people, be it that LGBTQ which you referred, like if a male person is loving a male person, if he is finding his comfort with that guy, then why, as a being part of that society, you are bothered about that their happiness, until and unless he should not be hurt by that guy. If he is into comfort zone, if both are into mutually agreeing to be in their space, happy space, then one should be not concerned and one should be happy with their happiness. So
Yes.
for me LGBTQ is okay. It should be acceptable to the society, and it should be for the people who are not able to grasp those things, like यार नहीं हमारा society में ऐसा होगा तो ऐसे नहीं होगा. There is a very big debate happening around just few big back days. One boy from Kerala was here and he was from Christianity. He said कि नहीं नहीं हमारा धर्म नहीं मानता है, हम इसको वो करते हैं. When he hugged one boy who happens to be from LGBT community, and he was like अरे अरे मैंने क्या कर दिया, मेरे को धोना है. So this is something ridiculous. It should be
Yes.
not done. If you are not accepting, then you are no one to comment on them. You are no one to practice this untouchability, because wo usse hain to hum untouchability we will practice. It should be not done. We should always, as a being human, we should spread love, and if they are happy in their happy space, we should accept them with the happy heart. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate your opinion, but if you ask me about this issue, I would say, yeah, if you think about some people interest, like some group of people, they are asking for their right. Okay, if you will focus on the collective interest, like I'm a mother, I am getting confused that how would I teach my kid?
Hmm.
Right now at this phase, I am a little bit of confused to tell
Hmm.
him a difference between boy and girl. Then
Yeah.
how will I tell him about this community? So introducing him about
Hmm.
this thing will be a very big challenge for me, and also
Yeah.
because of some legal issue, because of some social interest, you may say, or maybe because many of the laws are dependent on basically gender, male and
Hmm.
female. So it will
Hmm.
create a very big hindrance,
Yeah.
which the
Yeah.
people are not understanding. So I'm not
Yeah.
totally against them, because they have the right to express their feelings, but
Hmm.
still it's a very big issue. Let it
Hmm.
to let it to be decided by our constitutional bench only. So
Just like you said, ki it would be difficult for you to, differentiate or to convey the same thing to your child, because they till now our society has not been, considering them as a someone. Still, we are in progress.
yeah,
There is an article that has, so that acceptance, when that acceptance will come within from the society, then it will be easy for you to tell your child. But this will take time. Obviously, this is going to be take time. It's not going to happen over a night. So as soon as the society will evolve, it will take time. Something will happen. People will come out freely, and slowly the society will start accepting, and the things will be very normal, and it will be such normal that now at present, as you can say your child ki ha, she is called the male and she is called female. That time will also come when you can say ki, okay, these are the third people. Because after, maybe in when your child will grow up at certain, he will become at certain age, he himself will happen to come and know ki, oh, the ma'am, he may come and ask his teacher also, hey, ma'am, what is this other gender, what is
yeah,
this other gender. So maybe that, that through those medium he can happen to know ki, yes, apart from male and female, there are other people who are existing in the society. So it is just like the process will happen. This acceptance will be taking some time, and things will come out someday.
sorry for the interruption. I
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah. So, yes, that's a very serious issue. It will take some time. The
Yeah.
changing of the mind will take time. So, at last, you are staying in, I would like to ask, you are staying in hostel, right?
Yes, this is my hostel. This is one of the oldest hostel of University of Hyderabad. Right now, I am living in North Hostel, and this is Men's Hostel A. And all these hostels have a blackboard, and this is the room, 2 bedroom. This is my roommate's bed. One almari is provided. That is the
Satyam,
gate, and
yeah, very
table,
nice.
table and chair.
That's not a, do you know cooking?
Yes, I know cooking.
Okay, really? So do you
Yes,
know like aloo bhujia?
yes, I
Aloo.
know. Yeah,
So what spices do you use?
for making bhujia.
Yeah,
Okay, red
aloo.
mirch, lal mirch powder, red mirch powder. Okay,
Okay,
and then what is that? Jeera powder, cumin powder, and black pepper powder,
okay,
and salt. That's it for bhujia, not for sabji. For bhujia.
okay. And don't you use garlic? You're not a
Garlic, garlic, when you want to have that masala kind of bhujia, not a very roasted kind of. When you want to have a roasted kind of bhujia, then black pepper, cumin powder, and that salt is enough. Haldi and haldi powder, and that turmeric powder, so turmeric powder, and that red milk is okay. But when you want a masala bhujia that you want to eat it with rice, then only you put lots of garlic and ginger paste and all that.
so that a big applause to you that you're a boy and you know cooking. So I think
You,
everyone's
to
very
be
proud of
honest, to be honest,
every.
I am really thankful that I know cooking, because here in South, being a yeah, I'm being a person from North, it's really become very important to know how to cook, because if you won't get to learn cooking, you are going to die here in South, because you have to sustain on idli, dosa, sambar.
You know, I personally like idli dosa. I think I will be more comfortable there. I should go
Uh,
there.
you won't like when you will get it regularly in your breakfast. Here we'll get regularly. Even
I
in
know.
dal, even in this lunch also, na, with dal chawal, you will get that sambar thing. I always think why the fuck they are giving sambar when they in lunchtime also.
Yeah, I
So
understand. Okay, okay, Satyam. It was a very nice talk to you, and we are out of time. Okay, so we will.
okay, so at the end of this conversation,
I was very nervous by talking to you, but you make me feel comfortable as I am anchor, but you are more you are more fluent speaker than me, so I appreciate that.
So for your listeners, I would just like to say, if you really want to be good in the language, never lose the practice of speaking your language. Try to speak with yourself also. If you are not having any person, that many time people say कि मैं किसके साथ हैं. So you just speak with yourself. Just speak with yourself. Listen to English song. Try to murmur 1 or 2 lines. Try to there are many things. Try to even watch English movies. Then that slowly and slowly that passion will develop, and one day you will become a very good speaker.
That's
Right.
very so
Thank,
goodbye. See you
thank
next time.
you. Bye.
Have a day.